Hi guys, it's KINO. Welcome to another video. So today's reading is going to be messages and predictions for the month of July 2021. We're going to start by getting a general overview of your month, and then we will take a look at the specific areas of love and relationships, career and studies, and spiritual and personal growth. So there are 3 readings for you guys to choose from today. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. Number 1 is Smoky Quartz. Number 2 is Chrysocolla. And number 3 is Malachite. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so if you guys chose the Smoky Quartz, this is going to be your reading all about your month of July 2021. So like I mentioned in the intro, this reading will start off with a general overview of your month. So we will be taking a look at the major events or major themes of this month for you. We'll also see what you have to look forward to and what you have to look out for. And then we're also going to see which area of your life will go through the biggest change or development this month. And then once we finish that part of the reading, we will look at the specifics. So we're going to look at love and relationships, career and studies, and spiritual and personal growth. So that's basically how this reading is going to go. And let's get right into it, starting with major themes or major events for July 2021. So to start off, we have the heart, which is such a sweet card. They're so cute. And the cross. Okay, so let's start off with this heart card. As you guys can maybe tell, this card would be indicating that a major theme or event in your life this July is going to have to do with love or relationships. Just looking at the imagery of this card, it definitely does give me a romantic vibe, like this red heart in the middle, and the way the swans are coming together, it almost looks like they're kissing each other, and then even like their heads and necks are making the shape of a heart. So definitely gives me romantic vibes. For those of you who have been wishing for that or trying to manifest that, I think that July is going to be a very happy month for experiencing romantic love. So this could mean that you guys are bringing in the new person who is going to be your future romantic partner, or you could be deepening your existing connection with somebody. If you're already in a happy, committed relationship, this could be a very sentimental month in some way, or a month that you really can feel your relationship growing closer and closer. I'm getting the vibe of people opening up to each other, being vulnerable with each other. I'm sorry guys, there's always some noise going on in this neighborhood. Yes, I'm getting the feeling of people opening up to each other, being vulnerable with each other. You could be leaning on each other in some way. So maybe you will be opening up to a loved one or a love interest about something more personal, something tough that you've been going through, or vice versa. It could also be a mutual thing where you're just being more open about the things that you've been going through and how you truly feel. This could be a month where someone is confessing to you or expressing their true feelings for you, or the energy is very positive for that. So spirit could be encouraging you to do the same. But I'm looking at this cross card, which is next to the heart, and the cross does have to do with struggles. It has to do with very trying times that require a lot of endurance and that require us to have faith that there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. So if I'm looking at how these two cards could relate, it could be, two people who have a very close bond and they're getting through a tough time together. Or it could be that, a tough cycle in a relationship of yours is coming to an end. So some connection that used to cause you pain or frustration or confusion, or things were just difficult, things are looking up now. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. So it could be the relationship dynamic itself, or like I mentioned before, you're opening up about painful things, or you're opening up about your struggles, about your mental health, or about your past, things that are kind of vulnerable to talk about, and that is causing your relationship to grow closer. But what I want to highlight is that this tough cycle is coming to an end. So I don't really see any tough energy in your month of July. I feel like you guys have kind of already been through the tough part, and things are looking up for you, and the people in your life, you're going to feel closer to them than you ever have before. So this is a really nice energy. Let's take a look at your tea leaf oracle cards now, and we're going to see what you have to look forward to, or what you have to look out for in July. So starting off, we have Valley. Is she gonna focus? There we go. Deep personal strength and peace that assure success. And then we have Success again. So you have double success. And Heart. And you have two heart cards. This card is literally called the Heart. And then this one is called Heart. Love, affection, and caring. So this is definitely a confirmation that your love life and that your personal relationships in general are going to be very happy. They're going to be deepening in July. I feel like in the month of July, you guys are going to be so loved. You're really going to feel so loved, and you're also going to feel like you can really trust the people around you. I feel like somebody might be showing up for you this month in a very meaningful way, like helping to pull you out of a struggle, or going out of their way to be there for you, going out of their way to make something easier for you. Somebody might be there for you to confide in them. I feel like a very warm and loving and reliable person who is really going to make your month, honestly, just make your month and make you feel so loved. And also, I even feel like this Valley message could relate to the Cross, because this is talking about a struggle, and this Valley card shows that you have the personal strength and that you have the inner peace to overcome this tough cycle. I like to imagine that this is a sunrise, because, oh my gosh, nails. Because mountains can represent a challenge or a tough time. So I like to think that this sun is rising and like peeking up from behind the mountain. So you're just starting to see like the happy times that lie past your struggles. It's like the sun is representing your victory. It's representing a more carefree time where you can just relax. Like you don't have to be watching your back all the time. You can just settle and relax. And you also have a double message of success. So, okay, exams just came up for some reason. Any of you guys who are going through an exam period, or you're preparing for an exam, it could also be any sort of application process or any sort of screening process, you will have a successful result. You guys are also going to be successful in your careers, in your businesses this month. There may be like a significant victory that you are celebrating. But if there's anything like that that you're working on, especially with the screening process or any kind of test that's coming through the most strongly, know that you will be successful in that result. Okay, so finally, I want to use this bowl of, you wouldn't call these cards, this bowl of papers. I made this for my 3-month prediction video. If you guys haven't seen that yet, feel free to check it out. But these papers are inspired by the 12 astrological houses. And so I wanted to take one so that we can see which area of your life is going to go through the most change or the most development in July 2021. So I'll just take one. And we have number 9. So this is inspired by the 9th house, and it says travel and education. So maybe some of you guys are traveling this month, or you could start solidifying your plans to travel in the future. You know, start looking up what you're going to do and making the itinerary and getting excited. You could also be if I interpret travel a bit more loosely, you could be like learning another language or learning about a different culture, like getting very immersed in land in a country other than your own, or you could be forming relationships with people from other countries. And then we also have the message of education. So again, with that success, those of you guys who are studying for something, who are going to school or taking a course and there's some sort of testing aspect in it, I feel like you guys are going to be very, very successful. This education could also have to do with advice. You guys might be receiving some very valuable guidance from somebody in the month of July. So pay attention to people's guidance, pay attention to people's advice. I feel like your spirit guides, like I said, they are going to be putting very trustworthy and reliable people in your life this month. So the advice that you're receiving this month is going to be very sound. And know that you are safe to follow it. Interesting. Okay, so this concludes the general overview section of the reading. So we're gonna look at the specific areas now. And we are going to start with love and relationships, which we already see from this heart card, well, both of these heart cards, that this is going to be significant this month. I'm also noticing that this card is the number 24, which adds up to the number 6, which has to do with peace, harmony, balance. Equilibrium means the same thing, but like equality, like two counterparts with equal feelings, giving an equal effort. It can also be a number that symbolizes unions and unconditional love, just all wonderful things. So I'm really excited to see what we have for you here. Wow. For your tarot card, we have the Sun, and immediately I'm seeing a connection here with the sun peeking up over the mountain. Spirit seems to be, there's a lot of parallels in these cards in general, but Spirit really seems to be trying to emphasize the point to you that like, this is the month where the sun is coming up for you. This is the month where you see the light at the end of the tunnel, and this chapter of struggle and uncertainty, and I feel like you guys have just felt tired, like tired of your journey, tired of the efforts, tired of the tests and the lessons. And this is a month where you can really just let loose and have fun, okay? Spirit is not going to be hitting you with the hard tests and the hard lessons and the periods of healing and isolation. Maybe you guys are coming out of that this month, but this month feels very bright, very happy, very joyful, and carefree. Like I think I said earlier, you don't have to be like constantly watching your back. You can just let loose and enjoy yourself. And interestingly, you guys were drawn to the Smoky Quartz, which is about clearing away negativity. So I think that is very much a big theme for you guys this month, in addition, of course, to love and relationships and growing closer to the people in your life. But anyway, sorry, this was supposed to be specifically about your love life, although I do think this is like an overall energy of the month. So for your love life, we have the Sun, and for your oracle card, we have happiness, joy. Two extremely happy and cheerful cards here. So just in case it's relevant to you guys, the Sun is symbolized by Leo energy, or Leo energy is symbolized by the sun. Anyway, it's associated with Leo. So if there is a special person in your life who is a Leo, or who maybe has a Leo moon or Venus sign, then this could be a confirmation that something is going to be happening with this person in the month of July. But the sun represents our desires being manifested to fruition. It represents our desired outcome. I feel a very like celebratory vibe from this card. So it's like this moment in your love life or in your relationships that you have been waiting for. It's finally here, and you're just you're just basking in the joy. And I'm noticing there are many people on this card. So it could be that, you know, there's this big moment in your love life and your friends and family members are also like happy with you and celebrating with you because maybe they have wanted this for you as well. Or they're just really, really happy to see you happy. The sun, it's linked to the 5th house as well because it's linked to Leo. So this could be a person who is very creative. You guys could share the same creative interests, like maybe you're into the same kind of music, or you could even have similar hobbies and interests, but it's like you enjoy the same things. And if this is a new person, that could actually be the reason that you guys come together. Like you have a shared hobby or interest. Maybe you both like the same artist and then you show up at the same event, or you meet in the online community that is like, you know, like the same fandom, like you're fans of the same thing, and that's how you come together. But the connection with this person will be, it will be very playful. It will be like stress-free, drama-free. This is somebody who is very open, or they are becoming very open this month. The sun is like everything is exposed, everything is out in the open. So there's no lies, there's no hiding, there's no fear. You can just completely open up and be yourself with this person. And this will also be a person who in some way helps to reconnect you with your inner child. Like this person reminds you of how you used to be when you were just free to be yourself and you believed in yourself and you believed that everything was possible. Maybe this person is reigniting your passions, like reigniting your inspiration to do something that you used to love doing. Because like I said, I feel like you guys are enjoying the same things or enjoying your hobbies together. Like this is someone who really inspires you. If you guys are an artist, you could be making a lot of art inspired by this person, or maybe you already have, or the same could be vice versa. If your person of interest is an artist, then they could be making art about you, or they already have. Whether you know it or not, something that they made was about you. And with this happy card, I feel like I really don't need to interpret it this much. It literally just means that you are going to be happy. And like I kind of mentioned before, while this is the specific area of love, I do feel that this energy will extend to all of your relationships. So you're going to be very happy in your friendships, in your family relationships, in your work relationships. And the people around you are going to notice this glow about you. You know, when this tough chapter is over, something will change in you. Like you'll just start glowing. You'll just start to be more radiant and more happy. And people are going to notice that. You guys might get a lot of compliments about your looks, because when something shifts within you, it's like it's going to radiate to the outside. So in addition to people telling you that you look and seem a lot happier and they're really happy for you, don't be surprised if you're also getting compliments about your looks. Like you look extra beautiful, you look extra handsome. People will be taking notice of you. Just with your happier, more elevated mood, I feel like you guys are going to start like carrying yourselves in a more confident way, and it is going to draw a lot of attention, regardless of whether you guys have a specific person in mind or not. I do feel that many people's eyes are going to be on you. You're going to be very attractive to many people, and your happy energy is going to be infectious. So the people around you, they're going to be happy for you, and when they're around you, their mood is elevated. I cannot stress this enough, but anyway, I think you get the picture. This is going to be a very happy month for you. Okay, so moving on now, we're going to take a look at your career and studies, which we already saw earlier on in the reading will be successful too, but let's take, yeah. 9 of Pentacles, of course. 9 of Pentacles, and this card says like putting in the time and effort, basically. you know, putting in the effort, investing in something. So yeah, okay, let's start over here with the Nine of Pentacles. First of all, this is an amazing card for any of you guys who are hoping to be self-employed or who are hoping to take your career in a more independent direction. Or it could be that you are a company employee, but you've also been wanting to start something on the side. Judging from this sun energy, this could be a really good month for you guys to make some income off of your hobbies or your interests or your art if you do make art. But the Nine of Pentacles does show a level of independence. So that's why I think it could be a really good sign for those of you who are self-employed. In this deck, there's also a cat, which cats are very independent creatures. So even if you are like a company employee, you could be getting a new position that gives you more independence or more like authority over what you do, rather than just, you know, taking orders from a superior all the time. Maybe you are being given more freedom to do what you want, whether that be a result of your position, or maybe you're being given more freedom in the way you organize your time. So you have like more time to do what you want and how you want to do it. And then I'm also noticing that this cat, oh, there's even a cat in this one. This cat is playing with a ball of yarn. So again, it's like you guys are really being encouraged to be playful and do the things that you love this month. And somehow this is going to tie into your career. So you could be, like I said, making money off of your hobbies, off of your interests. So work actually feels like play this month. Or something is just making work more fun for you this month. Maybe your coworkers are joking around with you more, or your boss is just in a really good mood this month for some reason, and it just makes things more lighthearted and more playful around the workplace. It doesn't feel so serious. This month for you doesn't feel so serious. The Nine of Pentacles also shows that your reputation is going to be very good. Any of you guys who are going through some sort of evaluation or assessment or screening process, like I mentioned before in your career, it's going to go very well. If you have some kind of interview or meeting, it's going to go better than you are expecting, because the person who you're interviewing with is not going to be like a very serious or scary person. They're going to be a very friendly person. They might even make some joke that puts you at ease, but it's going to feel very easy and very natural. And I am spacing out a little bit. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to this card, putting in the effort. Your efforts that you put into your career this month are going to be worth it. Oh yeah, sorry, I was talking about this Nine of Pentacles being about like you guys having a good reputation and being valued and being appreciated. So any efforts that you guys put in this month when it comes to your career, it's like you're gonna receive a lot of praise and appreciation for them. You guys might be receiving some kind of bonus or some kind of promotion because of the extra efforts that you have put in. I want to tell you guys, if for the past few months you've been like going the extra mile in your job and you feel like people aren't noticing, like your clients or your audience or your boss is not noticing, they actually have been. Maybe they just didn't say anything to you, but they've been like quietly observing and keeping a mental note of all of the extra efforts that you have done. So when this assessment comes up, you will be assessed favorably. Just know that they haven't gone unnoticed. Even if like in the moment, your boss didn't say, "Oh, good job, I saw that you did that." They did notice. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it was like they wanted to see if you would keep doing it even though they don't say anything, like to see if you have the initiative. It might have been some kind of like sneaky test that you passed, but just know your efforts are not going unnoticed. I'm also noticing, like, I think this cat is very much you in the Nine of Pentacles. And I'm noticing in this card, the cat is like watching somebody else making the potion. So it's giving me a kind of like watch and learn vibe. And I know that we also got this message of like education and pay attention to people's advice this month. If there's someone who's, you know, explaining to you how to do something or giving you pointers, the phrase that came to my mind is like, don't be too proud to listen to them. I don't know if maybe that's the phrasing that some of you needed to hear, but I guess don't feel like you know everything, or feel like, you know, oh, I couldn't possibly learn anything from that person. Really take to heart the advice that you received this month and watch how other people are doing the things that you want to do. It's not like you're copying them, but see how they do it. See if you can get a hang of, you know, the formula and the steps to it, and then do it your own way. But I think this is you. I think you are the cat, and you're watching someone else do the work and you're learning. Maybe some of you guys like are in a new job, so you're shadowing somebody. It could be something like that too, but this is also going to be a month of learning for you guys. Learning and being a sponge when it comes to advice and tips and guidance and pointers. Don't let any of them go over your head. Don't feel like, oh, I don't need that advice. I already know what I'm doing, because you can always improve on something. Okay, so now we're going to look at your spiritual and personal growth. And here we have the 5 of Pentacles. And we also have Run Away. Okay, both of these cards have some feeling of isolation. With running away, it's like you're distancing yourself from people, and then with this 5 of Pentacles, this polar bear is literally isolated on an island on their own. There's also a feeling of loneliness and lack in this 5 of Pentacles. So I really think what Spirit is trying to tell you with this message is like, you're not alone, or you don't have to go through it alone. I feel like this might be representing you. You guys might be the type to isolate yourself when you have a problem, because you don't want to be a burden on anybody. Like, you don't want to bother people with your problems or bring their energy down. Interestingly, this person is running away with both like the light and the dark, the 2 cats that they're running away with. So you guys might be the type to not want to share your struggles, but also for some reason not want to share your victories. And I don't know why that might be. Maybe you've had like jealous friends in the past, or people who don't really want the best for you. So when you share your victory, it becomes like this thing where you're bragging or you're showing off, or you think you're better than them or something like that. There could be many reasons for it, but maybe this is just overall, you guys tend to like run away with your emotions or keep your emotions to yourself. And Spirit wants you to share more this month. Spirit wants you to open up and talk more this month. There is a theme throughout this reading of like mingling with people more, getting close to people more, and just connecting with others. So sharing your experiences, sharing your feelings, offering support to others, accepting support from others, listening to people's advice. It's like, really, it's just about connection, connecting with the people around you. I think Spirit doesn't want you to be... I just dropped my ring. Spirit doesn't want you to be isolated anymore. Now, for some of you, maybe this isolation came from circumstances out of your control, and Spirit is just here to let you know that as you start to reconnect with people, it's really going to boost your mood. But for those of you who have been feeling tired, if you've been feeling down, even if you've been feeling a little bit depressed, it could be because you are isolating yourself. So Spirit really wants to see you out there connecting with people around you this month, and Spirit will definitely be facilitating that. So if that's something that's been hard for you, or you haven't been able to do it, like I said, due to things out of your control, know that Spirit will be facilitating all of your connections this month and really wants you to be open with people. Share your happiness, share your sadness, share your opinions, share your advice, and receive that from others as well. Really be like in your community this month. yeah, so this is all that I see for you, so I'm gonna end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a-cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below as well. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye! Hi number twos, so if you guys chose the Chrysocolla, this is going to be your reading all about your month of July 2021. So like I mentioned in the intro, this reading is going to start off with a general overview of your month. So we're going to look at major themes or major events for the month of July. We're also going to see what you have to look forward to and what you have to look out for. And we will see which area of your life is going to go through the most changes or the most developments this month. And then once that part is done, we will look at the specifics. So we're going to look at some cards for love and relationships, career and studies, and finally spiritual and personal growth. So that's basically how this reading is going to go. And let's get right into it, starting with your major themes or major events for the month of July. So first we have the maze and the bouquet. So I'm just noticing that the maze is number 43, which adds up to 7, and then we have a 9 here, and 7-9 is a date that is going to be happening in July. It's July 9th, so that could be an important day for some of you guys watching. Or alternatively, it could be like the dates between the 7th and the 9th of July. That might be a window where some important development is happening for you this month. But going into the meaning of these cards, let's start over here with the maze. So the maze represents a journey that is non-linear, of course. It can kind of feel like it's all over the place. There are twists and turns, there are dead ends, but through trial and error and through some moments of confusion, or maybe even some moments of frustration or exasperation, eventually you get to where you need to be. Spirit is saying that your journey has not been linear, and that's okay. It's not meant to be linear. Anything that is worth doing or experiencing, it's generally not like such a straightforward and simple point A to point B. That's not a valuable journey. It offers no opportunities for learning or growth. So for those of you guys who, okay, let's say for example, you are struggling to decide what career path you want to pursue or what field of studies you want to pursue. Or maybe you're going through a complex personal issue, or maybe you're going through a connection, a relationship that is confusing. Spirit is saying that the only way to find the right answer is to start walking through this maze. This is not something that, like, you can listen to all the advice all day, you can hear from a third party, this is the answer, that is the answer, but you will never know for sure unless you walk this path yourself. So yes, this is going to mean having moments of trial and error. This is going to mean being confused. This is going to mean taking the wrong way sometimes and having to turn around and go back. But it's important to remember that your right path or your destined path, it is this maze. Your right path is not just the correct route to the destination of the maze. Your right path involves you taking all of these back streets and finding the dead ends and turning around so that you can know hands-on and you can know from experience the way. Like, you will know this maze like the back of your hand, and it's so much more fulfilling than just somebody telling you which way to go in the maze. You're not going to learn anything if you do it like that. And I know that when it comes to, getting readings, for example, or getting advice from our spirit guides, it's like we just want to know the end goal. We want to know like the be-all, end-all solution and just know the fastest way to get to our destination. But sometimes that is not the right way. Like, for example, if you were asking Spirit, like, what's my destined career path? Maybe in the end, you're going to end up being a writer or something, but maybe actually your journey to becoming a writer, first it involves you being a florist for some time, and then it involves you studying marine biology for some time, and you know, being unsatisfied in those jobs, but you got some experience and you met some important people along the way. Maybe you wasted some money along the way. Well, it's not really wasted, but things that feel like failures, things that feel like wastes, they're actually a part of the journey, and they're actually valuable for you to experience. So Spirit is saying, don't be afraid of the twists and turns. Don't be afraid of the uncertainty. Those are there for you. Those are there for a reason. Some of you guys may be thinking about starting a new project or starting a new business or a creative pursuit, but you are afraid of this maze. You're like, I want to do this, but I don't know where to start. And Spirit is saying, just start. Just walk into the maze, take a turn, see if it's right. If it's not, turn around and go back. In your journey, you will have to try and fail. You will have to try approaches and discover that it was wrong and go back. It's like the trial and error of life. This reminds me a lot of temperance, where it's like you have to be patient and like put a bit of this and a bit of that and see what works out. This part of your journey is so important, rather than Spirit just telling you like, oh, go and do this. Just take my word for it. Go there. I feel like for you guys, it's especially important that there are no shortcuts and that you are not robbed of any part of this experience, and like learning firsthand what's going to work and what's not going to work. So don't be afraid of that struggle. Don't feel like you need to have everything figured out, and just enjoy this journey, because I promise you, everything you try out, even if you don't stay there forever, it is going to be a very, very important part of your experience that was meant to happen. And with this bouquet here, I see that you guys eventually will get to your ultimate destination. You will reach your goal, and you'll be so proud of yourself that you navigated this freaking maze, and you will be so grateful for every experience that this maze brought you. So Spirit is saying for the month of July, I know it's tempting to want to find a quick fix, or to just ask your guides or just ask a reading to reveal everything to you and just tell me what I'm supposed to do, tell me what the end goal is. But I really think that Spirit is encouraging you to find this out yourself. It's gonna be such an amazing journey, such an amazing experience that you will be so proud of yourself for going through. As for a specific event this month, kind of on a different note, this bouquet could indicate that you are receiving a very generous gift from somebody. This could be like a physical present, like someone's giving you a thing. It could be a significant tip or donation or bonus. Someone is giving you a present, and that means that nothing is expected in return from you. It's like a token of somebody's appreciation or kindness, and you're just meant to receive it, no questions asked. And it will feel very, very generous. I do feel with the bouquet like it's a very big gift, but your gratitude, your appreciation is enough. Just receive it and be happy and enjoy it. Yes, okay, so let's take a look now at your tea leaf oracle cards to see what you have to look forward to or what you have to look out for. So we have dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. So what you have to look forward to in the month of July is that you may be getting back in touch with somebody you haven't spoken to in a long time. It could be a friend that you kind of drifted away from. It could be an old flame, perhaps, if that is something that you want to happen. It could be somebody who is literally far away, like they're in a different city, state, province, country, and they're reaching out to you. You might even get to reconnect physically with this person, but I do see a happy reunion with someone who's been kind of distant with you, whether that's like physically distant or just like in the sense of communication. So happy reunion here. We also have Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. I love this, especially given this maze card. It's like Spirit is saying this is like your perfect opportunity to exercise that muscle that is your intuition. And you guys could really surprise yourselves with how well you navigate this complex decision or this, you know, daunting path that lies ahead of you. For many of you, I do feel like this might be related to like starting a business or starting your own project and you're not really sure how to go about it or how to start. This feels like a complex decision that needs to be made. And Spirit is saying that with your intuition, you'll figure it out. Think of this horn as like an antenna and you're receiving information, you're receiving downloads, and you will know where to go. You will know how to navigate this, and the outcome will be positive. Like we have the bouquet here, we have this card saying that your intuition will lead to beneficial changes. So you guys really have nothing to worry about. Trust that you will always go the right way and you will always make the right decision. Maybe in this month of July, you're finding out like, oh my gosh, I was so right to choose this path. I was so right to make this decision. Even though I felt like I had no idea what the heck I was doing in the moment, it turned out to really, really pay off. Like this investment I made turned out to pay off a lot, even though it was random at the time. We also have Dragon, beware of self-delusion. So of course, this would be something to look out for. Okay. So I'm looking at this, well, actually both the unicorn and the dragon are like mythical creatures. They are magical. So they make me think of somebody who is very special and unique and almost like out of this world. And I think that this is representing you guys. You are incredibly talented and brilliant. I feel like a lot of you guys are meant to do something that is kind of unconventional. You're meant to use your unique talents or your unique way of seeing the world to create abundance and wealth in your life. Maybe many of you guys are artists or inventors, or you are spiritually inclined. Maybe you are leaders, entrepreneurs, visionaries. I'm gonna stop, I don't know that many words. Oh my gosh, did I just squash a bug? Oops. Okay, anyway, all of that to say, you guys really, really have something special about you. And you know, the greater the journey, the more valuable the journey, the more maze-like it might be, the more uncertainty or difficulty or complex steps there might be. And I feel like some of you guys, like I was kind of speaking about in the beginning, you may be so intimidated by the journey that lies ahead of you that to almost talk yourself down from it or talk yourself out of it, you might have adopted this inner narrative that you're not really that special, or that this isn't really the path that you want. You actually want like security, and you actually want the normal job, or you actually want to do what everyone else is doing. And I think this is what the self-delusion is. It's like you've maybe convinced yourself that you're okay with something, I was gonna say mediocre, and that sounds very harsh, but in the context of your dreams and your potential versus what you might be choosing. And you may have really well convinced yourself that this is the path that you want. I don't really want this big dream because the maze is so daunting. The maze is so intimidating, and it's that first step into the maze that is so difficult and that you guys might be afraid of taking. And so you act like you're not this unicorn, or you're not this dragon, like this massive magical being that you are. Be careful of that this month, and don't be afraid of this challenge, knowing that you have your intuition, knowing that spirit has your back. This dog far away, it could even be a spirit guide. And knowing that your bouquet, your happy outcome lies at the end. What would you do if you knew for sure you're going to be successful? Because that's what I'm seeing here. You're for sure going to be successful in this path. And it's time for you guys to stop pretending that you are small, or that you are average, or that you are what is like unremarkable. It's time to stop that. You guys are brilliant, and you guys deserve to shine, and you deserve to go through this journey. Ooh, I was getting a little heated. So, okay, let's take a look now at which area of your life is going to be going through the most change. So these are papers that I made for my 3-month prediction video a while back. If you guys haven't seen that yet, feel free to check it out. But these are inspired by the 12 astrological houses. So they will tell us which area of your life is going to go through the most change. So I will just take one here. And we have the 12th house with subconscious and psychic gifts. So your intuition is going to be on point in the month of July. Pay attention to dreams that you have. If you guys meditate, well, actually, if not, I would highly suggest that you do so. But pay attention to any insights that you receive during meditation, during your sleeping dream state. I feel like this is a month where a lot of downloads are going to be coming to you. And please, please, please don't ignore them or dismiss them like, oh, it was just a coincidence. That didn't mean anything. You know damn well it meant something. I feel like you guys are afraid of you're afraid of your greatness. You're afraid of putting yourself out there. And your intuition is going to be like off the hook. I don't know if that's the expression, but you're going to be getting very, very strong nudges to pursue the things that you love and go for it in this fine month of July. I think your dreams are going to be very vivid, very telling. Your meditations could bring a lot of insights. Again, if you don't meditate, I would highly recommend you to do so. Especially any type of meditation that gets you in that kind of trance-like or hypnotic kind of state. If you can, like, go to a professional to get some kind of hypnotherapy or a guided meditation, that might be really, really cool and really useful for you guys as well, because there's some message of you guys like tapping into your divine wisdom, or you could be tapping into past life experiences, and it's going to bring you a lot of insight for this lifetime. This is also a month where your psychic abilities are going to be kind of going crazy. I'm just gonna warn you guys that you might feel a little bit crazy this month with all of the stuff that is going on, and it could be hard to discern like where these messages are coming from or what the heck is going on, because there's gonna be a lot going on. You guys might want to keep a journal of the insights you're receiving, like dreams you're having, synchronicities you're seeing, messages that are coming to you, and see if you can work them out and see what they mean, because there's gonna be a lot of them this month. Okay, so this concludes the general overview part of this reading. So now we're going to go into the specifics. So let's start off with your love and relationships cards. So first we have the Queen of Swords and a time of learning. So let's start here with this Queen of Swords. The first thing that my eyes are going to is the hummingbird. As you guys might know, hummingbirds are the only bird that can fly backwards and upside down, I believe, and they can also like hover like in one, what am I trying to say? They can hover in one spot in the air, so they can go in any direction. They're very versatile, they're very open. That's what they represent to me. And so when it comes to your love life or your personal relationships, I think that Spirit is encouraging you guys to be open and not to be too attached to any one person or any one outcome. So if you are single, maybe not to get so attached to one potential love interest, or if you are involved with somebody, to not be so attached about the outcome of this relationship or how things need to develop. Stay open, keep your options open. That's what this card is saying to me. Swords represent truth and mental clarity. And especially the Queen of Swords, she is very sharp. She's logical, she's analytical, she sees the truth of a situation. So because she can see things from all different perspectives and she's open to all different directions, she can see the objective truth more. I think Spirit is warning, if you're too like tunnel visioned, or if you're too attached to one person or one outcome, you will not really see the truth. And the truth is that you are a queen. The truth is that you are this queen. And there is more than one way for you to become happy. You don't need any one person. You don't need to please any one person to be happy. You don't need to put yourself through a hard time to get love that you want. You don't need to put up with any crap from people. And when you are less attached, I think you will see the truth of that more, you know? I don't need to put up with this shit, or I don't need to keep waiting and using all of my time and energy on this person. You will see the truth of things if you keep your options open and if you stay a little bit more emotionally detached. That is basically the message of this card. Make sure that you stay the main character of your story. Don't put anybody on a pedestal. I'm thinking of this as you, like you are this queen, and these are like love interests or people who are interested in you. And this is in no way to say that these people are smaller than you or on a lower level than you in any way. But when it comes to you and your own life, you should be the biggest person in your life. You should be the most important person. Don't let these people become bigger than you or more important. Make sure that you are always the star and the main character. Of course, relationships are mutual and they should be an equal effort of helping each other and making each other happy. But I worry that maybe you guys have reached a place where you're more concerned with like, what can I do for you? How can I make you happy? What can I do to make you like me or to make you stay? Instead of saying, what can you do for me? Like, what do you bring to the table for me? What are you doing to improve my life? You guys should focus on yourselves more and like serve yourself more when it comes to your relationships. Relationships are not just supposed to be you like chasing for someone or attaching to someone or pining for someone. It should be enjoyable. It should be reciprocal. And I think this is a month of you guys realizing what you deserve, realizing what you want to put up with and what you don't want to put up with, and being a little bit more objective when it comes to your love interests. Some of you guys might be cutting someone out of your life with the Queen of Swords. I think that would only be if you've already been considering that. But the Queen of Swords can indicate this. Like, it can indicate separating from someone or distancing yourself from someone, because it is about clearing away things that don't serve you anymore. And I think that in this month, with this message of a time of learning, this could be a month where you are watching people show their true colors and their true intentions to you. And you know, if you're very attached to someone, or if you have rose-colored glasses, you might not see it. It's like they're showing you who they really are. They're showing you what their intentions are, and it's not in alignment with your best interest. But because you're attached to them, it's like maybe you make excuses for them, or you find a way to make it work. But this is really asking you to be objective and to make cuts where you need to make cuts. Remember that you are the queen and you are the star, and you don't need any one person or any one relationship or any one outcome to be happy. As long as you have you and you take care of you, you will be happy. Okay, so this is your love message for this month. And now let's move on to your career and studies. So we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have Don't Be Afraid. I could also think of this as like, don't worry. So don't worry, don't be afraid. So looking at the imagery of the Six of Pentacles, now we have some little meerkats poking out of the ground. So this is making me think of a breakthrough of sorts. Like, you've been digging underground and now your head finally popped up out of the ground and you can see the light. So many of you guys will be having a breakthrough in your career this month, especially for those of you who have been job hunting. If you've been applying to different positions, you will get a breakthrough this month. You will get an offer this month. Some of you guys are getting to level up in this month. So you're working up to a higher position. Some of you guys might become like supervisors or managers or directors, or you are training other people, because I feel with the Six of Pentacles, it's like you're responsible for others. You may be in a position where you have more authority, where you are guiding people and teaching people, or you're just being promoted in your work. And with this will come more responsibility. Yes, you will be paid better. You will have a better reputation. You will get more credit and recognition. But with that also comes more responsibilities, a little bit more of a workload. Like I said, there might be people now that you have to look after or supervise in some way. So it's like a trade-off. Like with more power comes more responsibility. Yes, it's like that. So this month might be a little bit stressful in your career, but this card is saying, don't worry. You are going to do an amazing job. Any additional responsibilities that are coming to you, you will be more than equipped for them. Spirit wants you to believe in yourself and know that you are a natural at what you are doing, and you're going to knock it out of the park. I feel like you guys are going to do an amazing job. If you are managing people, they're going to love you. You know, like if you're leading a team, or if you have students or clients or anybody that you are serving through your work, they're going to love you as a person, and they're also really going to appreciate the work that you do. They will feel that you are very competent at what you do. And I think it's normal to be nervous, like when you're moving up in any way. It's completely normal, but Spirit is saying that you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Not only are you going to do an amazing job and be very well liked and well received, but like I mentioned before, you will also be paid better. You will be compensated better for what you do. This card talks about receiving rewards for your time and effort. It shows a positive situation for finances. So there is going to be a raise in your income for many of you, and the work that you're doing, it really feels worth it. It really feels fulfilling. For those of you who have felt like you're not paid enough or you don't get enough back for the work that you do, this is going to be changing in the month of July. You're going to feel like your pay is very fair, or in fact, you could feel like your pay is very generous, because we do have the bouquet here, which was like somebody giving you a generous gift, somebody giving you a little extra that maybe you feel is like, whoa, this is so much. But Spirit is saying, no, receive it with open arms and with a smile. It's all yours. So this could lead to a very significant raise for some of you, or you could be receiving a very generous bonus. So yes, don't worry. It could be a new territory, higher position, more responsibilities. It's unfamiliar, but you're going to do an amazing job. Okay, so finally we're going to look at your cards for spiritual and personal growth. And we have the Lovers here and crossing over a mountain. Yes, crossing over a mountain. So the Lovers is a card that is often about relationships, and more specifically, it could be about romantic relationships. This section of the reading could definitely be about that for some of you. But on a broader note, I feel that this could be talking about things that you are currently aligned with, or things that you are making space for in your life, things that you are engaging with, anything that you have paired yourself with, so to speak, whether it's a romantic relationship, a platonic relationship, a job, a habit, a hobby, a way of thinking, whatever it might be, what you have paired yourself with this Lovers card. And here with the crossing over a mountain, you can see that there's like a group crossing over the mountain. So I often feel with this card, it's like they're stronger when they're together, and they're more resilient when they're together, and they can overcome anything. So what I'm seeing with this spiritual lesson for you this month is this month will be showing you the resilience of your connections, or the resilience of things that you have been engaging with. If your connection to someone or something is very strong, then it will be able to overcome adversities. And Spirit is saying, if some like minor problem causes you to split up from something or someone, it likely wasn't that strong to begin with. So in the example of a relationship, if your relationship goes sour from one argument about a small thing, it likely wasn't that resilient of a relationship, or it's likely not someone who is meant to be in your life. If things are meant to be in your life, they will stay there. And when there are problems, you will overcome them together. And in fact, you will make each other stronger so that you can overcome them together. And sort of going back to this message here about love and relationships and Spirit asking you to be a little bit more detached, if you feel that some minor inconvenience or some minor issue is causing like a relationship in your life to break up, and it sounds kind of harsh, but do you really want to lose sleep over this issue and put in all of this effort to save a relationship that fell apart over something so small? It's like when a sandcastle gets knocked over by a little water and you're like scrambling to build it back up and it keeps falling down. Spirit wants you to focus on those connections that are more resilient, that make you stronger, and that serve both of your highest good. Spirit wants you not to invest so much time and energy into things that are unstable or things that are flimsy, truthfully. And I am sorry if it sounds like I'm being harsh, but I feel like there might be some people or some things in your life that are just not good enough for you. I'll say it bluntly. Like, you deserve more. You deserve something more stable, more reliable. So I feel like with this message here, you will be shown, because again, this is a time of learning. This is a time of seeing the truth. You will be shown which of your connections are resilient and strong and worth fighting for, and which are not. And in that moment, it will be important to be objective and to not get too much in your feelings and allow the things that are trying to separate from your life to separate from your life. Maybe this part of the reading sounds a little bit pessimistic, but I should also mention that in the same way things that are unstable might be exposed to you, you will also see the truth of connections in your life that are incredibly stable. People who are there for you, people who will stick with you no matter what, no matter how hard life gets, or no matter how difficult things get between the two of you. It's the people who will stick around and work through it with you. Those are the people that Spirit wants you to treasure and invest your time and energy into. So you will be seeing both sides this month. But yes, I think the truth of your connections is going to be coming out this month. And in the end, it's going to leave you with an even greater appreciation for the meaningful connections in your life. Going back to this bouquet, which does have that message of appreciation and joy and receiving. You're gonna start to treasure the people who are really worthy in your life so much more, and those relationships are going to strengthen that much more. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here. I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below as well. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi, number threes. So if you guys chose the Malachite, this is going to be a reading all about your month of July 2021. So like I mentioned in the intro, this reading will start with a general overview of your month. So in that part of the reading, we're going to look at major themes or major events for you this month. We're also going to see what you have to look forward to and what you have to look out for. And then I also want to check which area of your life is going to be going through the most changes or the most developments this month. So once we get a look at that, we will move on to the specific areas of love and relationships, career and studies, and spiritual and personal growth. So that's basically how the reading is going to go. And let's get right into it, starting with your major themes or major events in July. So first we have the Ship and the Key. So you guys have 333 coming out. You have the number 3 here and the number 33 here. So this might be an important number for you. If you're not seeing it already, you might start seeing it very frequently in the month of July. This is a number that tells you you are on the right path. You are on the way to abundance. You are on the way to manifesting what you desire. It's a number full of creative potential. So it's like you guys have the reins. Is that what it is? You have all of the freedom and control to create your life exactly how you desire. I would not be surprised if you are manifesting very successfully in the month of July. The number 3 is also associated with the Empress. So it's abundance, it's fertility, meaning that your ideas and the seeds that you plant are going to bear fruit. Your efforts are going to pay off. So I love this energy that we're starting off with. And actually both of these cards are quite positive. So let's start over here with the Ship. This can be talking about a journey that you guys will take in the month of July, whether it be a trip for business or a trip for pleasure. There can be some sort of displacement, I think the word is. Anyway, some sort of travel coming in the month of July. Some of you may even be going overseas, because when I think of a ship, ships literally travel overseas. This ship also happens to be flying, so you could be going somewhere quite far away. This card can also talk about an offer that is coming in. It makes me think of the 3 of Wands, and it's also a 3, so that makes sense. But there's the person standing on the cliff and they're looking over the horizon and waiting for their offers or their rewards to come in. So for me, I feel like this ship can be a sign of you guys receiving an amazing offer in July. For example, a job offer, like your dream job. Maybe you're even receiving a job offer that is going to be far away, that would require you to move. This could also be an offer for a study opportunity. Again, if I tie that into the travel aspect of the ship, it could be like an opportunity to study abroad. That might not be for everybody. You might be staying where you are, but it's like an amazing offer is making its way to you. And I do feel like it will be related to either career or studies. But this is going to be a very expansive opportunity, one that allows you to learn new things, to meet new people, to learn new lessons, go to new places, basically expand your horizons. So this is really, really lovely energy. And then the Key has to do with solutions and answers. So what I see in July is that anything you guys have been struggling with or stressing about, the answers that you need are coming to you in July. The solutions that you need are coming to you in July. And for many of you, I see this coming in the form of like you're able to consult with somebody who has the knowledge that you need to solve your problem. Like you're speaking to a professional, you're speaking to a specialist. Somebody is going to give you the right advice so that you can tackle any issues that you have, and subsequently your stresses surrounding this issue will dissipate. So we're not carrying your problems and stresses into July. They are going to be solved in this month. Yeah, so is that everything I see for the Key? I think so. All right, so let's move on to your tea leaf oracle cards now so we can see what you have to look forward to and what you have to look out for in the month of July. And interestingly, you guys have a month of the year. It would be interesting if it's July and it's January. Obviously we're not in the month of January, but this could be indicating somebody who is born in January. Maybe you're getting the offer from someone born in January, or a January born person is going to be giving you the answers and the solutions that you need. If you have a friend, a loved one, or a person of interest born in this month, this could be a sign that something significant will happen with them. It could also be indicating that something you've been working on since January will be brought to fulfillment this month, or something you've been struggling with since January will be resolved this month. Alternatively, it could go the other way, like you're getting an offer that will take effect in January. So in the example of a study abroad offer, maybe you're getting like the letter of acceptance this month, but the trip itself is happening in January. So it could be something like that. Okay, so for the next one, look at that, horse with a short journey. So we have another card talking about you guys traveling somewhere. I felt like more this is a big or a long journey. This is talking more about a short one. So, you know, it is a general reading. Maybe it just depends on the person who is watching. But I do see that most of you will be taking some form of trip or undergoing some sort of relocation. And then finally, we have the bear. Danger, especially in money matters. Interesting. The first thing that just came to my mind is like, if somebody loses their wallet when they're traveling, be careful with your money this month. Relating back to these, let's start with the key, for example. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be consulting with professionals or specialists. Make sure that you do your research and see what people are charging, because maybe somebody is going to try to overcharge you, like when you really didn't need to pay that much to get the same quality advice. There may even be cases where like a lot of people offer, you know, the first consultation is free, or the first consultation is like discounted or something like that. Maybe most people do that, but someone's trying to charge you a lot of money even for the initial consultation. Just do your research and make sure you're not getting ripped off with this bear here. So don't go with like the very first person you find, and kind of search around so that you don't waste money. And then with this offer coming in, of course, I said you guys are getting an amazing offer. I am not taking that back. But be careful, like if you get any offers from people who are trying to charge you money, you know, like if you get some job offer, but it's like, oh, you just have to pay this initial fee first to get like your starter pack, or you have to pay this fee to get trained, or some sketchy stuff like that. That's definitely not your dream offer, and you're safe to reject that. Your dream offer, if it's a job, you're not gonna have to pay any money for it. If it's a study opportunity, you'll probably have to pay tuition, but be careful of any offers that are charging you when it's unusual to do so. Just be careful of getting scammed, I guess, with this bear, or just be careful that you're not paying more than you need to. There might be some people who are grossly overcharging their services when you can actually get this solution for a much more reasonable price. Okay, so now I want to see what area of your life is going to be undergoing the most change. So I have these papers. I made them a while ago for my 3-month predictions video. If you guys haven't watched that yet, feel free to check it out. But these are inspired by the 12 astrological houses. And so, like with each house representing an area of your life, this will show us which area is changing the most. So I have one here. Ooh, and you have 7. So this is of course inspired by the 7th house, and it says love and partnerships. So there's going to be a major change or a major development in your personal relationships in July. Ooh, okay. I don't want to look into it too much right now because we do have these cards here which are going to tell us all about your love and relationships. So keeping in mind that this will be the biggest shift or the biggest development in your life, let's take a look at them. So for your tarot card, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And for your oracle card, we have, this is like light shining down on you or light pouring over you. So clearly you're going to be very, very happy with your personal relationships. The Knight of Pentacles being here, it's making me think that there might be some sort of tie between like work and personal relationships this month. You might be, well, you could actually be working with someone who is close to you. Like you might be working with a friend, or you might be working with a significant other or a love interest, or someone new who is coming into your work is going to end up being a very close friend or a significant other. Interesting. So new relationships are coming in for you this month, both platonic and romantic. And it might be related to your work somehow. Another thing that I could say with this Knight of Pentacles is for those of you who have a love interest or who have a partner, one or both of you could be quite busy this month. So you're kind of more focused on your career, or that's where you have to put more of your time. However, with this very happy card here, I don't see that putting strain on your relationship. I don't see it affecting your communication. It just could be that, for example, you don't have so much time to spend in person. You have to sort of prioritize your time on other things. If you are not in a committed relationship with somebody yet, but it's kind of moving in that direction, it could be that in the month of July, things are moving kind of slowly, but they are moving slowly and steadily. When it comes to the Knight of Pentacles, this slow movement, it could have a positive implication or a negative one, depending on the context and the cards that come out with it. Because you have such a positive card here, I know that this slow movement is like a slowly but surely, or a slowly and steadily. So you're really, really building a solid foundation with somebody this month. Whether it's like a new person coming into your life or a currently existing love interest, you're building a very solid foundation. Like I said, one or both of you might be quite busy this month, but it won't hinder your relationship. And actually, I think that's a very good sign, because it's not like when one of you gets busy, you just fall off the face of the earth or you start ignoring each other. You're actually able to maintain very healthy communication despite all of your other priorities and responsibilities. And I think that's a sign of genuinely caring for someone and genuinely wanting to make an effort. So I think that's going to be really, really nice for you guys. I see a very significant relationship building up slowly but surely. Like I said, it could be with an earth sign, because the Knight of Pentacles would represent an earth sign person, or maybe with a person born in January. There's no year of the bear, but it could be somebody in the year of the horse. And what else did I say? Oh yes, you could be working with a friend or with a significant other, or someone new who comes into your work could turn into a very close friend or a significant other. So this is what I see for your love and relationships. Moving on now to your career and studies. For your tarot card, we have the Magician. And for your oracle card, we have I love you. So clearly there is some link between love and relationships and your career. In your love part of the reading, we got the Knight of Pentacles, and then in your career part of the reading, we're getting I love you. So you may very well be partnering up with a love interest, a friend, a significant other to do some work. You could be collaborating on something, or this is emphasizing that you're going to have really, really positive work relationships. For those of you who are accepting a new job offer or accepting a new study opportunity, I want to tell you that you will be surrounded by very good people. You will make a lot of friends in your new environment. You will be accepted into the community with open arms, and people are gonna love you, plain and simple. Interestingly, we even see on this magician card, where it's usually just one dude like standing there, there are two snakes which are intertwined together. So there's also here this feeling of togetherness and union and partnerships. You guys are going to be surrounded by people who really care about you in your job or at school. So it's not going to be just this like go to work or go to school, do what you need to do and go home. I actually see you guys having a lot of fun, and I see you being supported, and I see you feeling like you're genuinely cared about, not just for your performance or for your output, but people like genuinely care about you as a person. There may be people around you in your workplace or in your study environment who are going out of their way to help you when they don't have to. Like, I don't know, if you're moving or something, they'll offer to help you move. Like when they're off the clock, off hours, they're just coming to help you because they're being nice like that. Or if you're having some personal issues, they will offer you advice, or they know someone that you can go talk to who can help you. It's like, yeah, they care about you on a personal level, and it's not just like, I'm only gonna engage with you in the context of our job. It's a personal, intimate connection or connections that you guys are experiencing. And like I said, I feel like there's potential for this to be both romantic and platonic, with relationships being your biggest change and development this month. It's likely that there will be more than one wonderful, beautiful connection that is forming here for you. This I love you card, it could also be referring to you guys doing what you love, like you're studying something that you really love, or you're working on something that you really love. Like I said, I feel like this ship is going to be an amazing offer, and even possibly a dream offer. We saw all of these repeating threes, meaning that you are expanding, you're manifesting your desires. I really see you guys loving what you're doing very literally here. The Magician, it could be that you guys have manifested this dream offer or this dream opportunity. It's finally coming to you in the month of July. The Magician would also make me think that you guys do have some level of freedom or independence in this job. You might even be in like a leading position or some kind of position of power in what you're doing. What else? Oh, so interestingly, there's only a wand and a sword in this one, it looks like. Usually there's all four, and I think I'm still gonna go with that. But what is it called? The wand and the sword, it could be talking about a fire sign or an air sign. Maybe like you and another person are those signs, or two people who are coming into your life. But usually this card has like the wand, the sword, the cup, and the pentacle. I do want to talk about all of them, but the Magician means that you have everything you need to be happy and successful. So with the wand, it means that you have the motivation and you have the energy. So you guys will feel very energized. Like when you're getting up to go to work or you're getting up to go to school, it's like you're actually going to feel enthusiastic about going. You're not going to be dragging your feet. You're going to be really motivated to get the work done. You're going to have a lot of ideas and inspiration. The swords would represent your mental clarity, your intellect, your problem-solving skills. So mentally as well, you guys have everything you need to succeed. The pentacles would mean that you are getting paid fairly, you are getting fair compensation for the work that you're doing, and the cups would mean that it's emotionally fulfilling. I mentioned them all because the Magician traditionally has all of them, but maybe there is like a focus on the wands and the swords, especially if it's something that you guys have been lacking. Like if you have felt a lack of motivation, or if you have felt brain fog in your work or studies, maybe Spirit wants to emphasize those and tell you that those are areas that are going to be improving greatly in your career and studies. So this looks incredibly positive as well. And finally, let's move on to your spiritual and personal growth here. So for your tarot card, we have the 8 of Wands, And we have You Are Supported. Aw. So the Eight of Wands is another card that is about manifesting, the same way the Magician is, the same way 333 is. You guys are clearly manifesting a lot of stuff this month. When it comes to the Eight of Wands in this deck, it looks a little bit more chaotic and even stressful. In the traditional imagery, for example, it's like the wands are falling out of the sky and they're all falling straight down in the same direction, you know? So it feels more smooth, it feels easier to catch. It still has the meaning of a lot going on at once, but it feels more organized. This, of course, looks very chaotic and even messy. This bird does not look happy. I think this is an eagle, but they look kind of panicked, right? Because all of these arrows are flying at them in a million different directions. What I'm thinking is that, and maybe this is something you guys have felt in the past, because I do think that in July things are starting to manifest for you, but I feel like this pile you guys have had, oh, I just realized you're pile 3 and there's all of these 3s. You guys have had a lot of dreams and big dreams, but perhaps you felt that things were happening very slowly or things weren't happening at all. And there are times where you start to lose hope or question the universe, or even get a little bit impatient and frustrated with the universe. Like, why aren't things happening for me? Or why aren't things progressing faster? And there's that concept of like, things will come in divine timing, things will come when you're ready. But it's like, when is that? When is divine timing? When will I be ready? Because I feel ready. I feel like I really want these things. So you guys could have had a kind of frustrating period like that. And with this Eight of Wands being about a bunch of things happening at once, and this looks very like panicky, I feel like what's being shown here is that lesson of, if you get everything you want at once, it will be too much. And you might think like you want everything now and you're ready now, but it's very much easier said than done. It's very much easier to fantasize about doing all these things than when they actually all come flying at you at the same time. And this is like the universe telling you, we are purposely bringing things into your life slowly and gradually so that you have time to accustom to them, or things are being held off so that you have the time to mentally and spiritually prepare. If we dumped all of your wishes on you at once, as much as you may think that would be amazing, trust me, it would be stressful. It would bring more stress to your life. And it would take away your freedom. Like, I'm pretty sure this is an eagle. I'm just going to go with that because it goes with what I'm trying to say. But this eagle is supposed to fly freely. And when all of these arrows are flying at him, it's like he's bogged down. And maybe you can imagine, or maybe you can't imagine, if you got everything you wanted all at once, it would weigh you down. It would bog you down. And it's like you wouldn't even be able to enjoy them. So maybe this is something you guys are realizing in hindsight, like now that things are starting to come into your life, you're realizing that it needed to happen this way, that you needed to wait, and like one thing at a time. There was a reason for this slow rhythm, and it was so that you didn't get overwhelmed, and so that you had the time to get ready and manage each one of your blessings one by one and give it the proper time and attention. And as much as you may have just wanted everything to happen quickly before, maybe now you can look back and realize how chaotic that would have been, or how it would have an adverse effect and make things actually unenjoyable for you. So you're either learning that in hindsight, or it's something you should keep in mind now. But let's talk about this card with You Are Supported, because this is really sweet. I feel like you guys can look back and see when things were happening slowly, or when things weren't coming to you at a certain time, and it felt like a lack of support. That was actually the time when the Spirit was really supporting you, when Spirit was really making sure that you were in good hands, that you were safe, that you were ready for the things that were coming to you. That act of keeping you waiting, or that act of not throwing this at you until you were ready, where it may have felt to you like some kind of punishment or some kind of neglect from Spirit. Spirit was actually right there, examining your situation and making sure that everything was going to play out for you in the way that was the least stressful and in the way that allowed you to fully enjoy and appreciate every single thing that was coming to you. So you're realizing, or you will realize, that you were supported all along and you will always be supported. It's not just Spirit's job to be like, here's that thing that you wanted, go get it, and then leave. Spirit is holding your hand the whole way through. What is the best way to offer this blessing? What is the best timing to offer this blessing? Who is the person that you should become so that you can accept this blessing in the best way? It's a much more complex plan than just being like, here, go get it. So Spirit has really, really been with you the whole time. And that is your spiritual lesson for this month. So this looks like such a wonderful, wonderful month. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so excited for you. I'm really excited to hear like what ship you guys have been waiting for, what key you guys have been waiting for. If you do want to share your story in the comments, I would love to see it. But that's all the messages I have for you today. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a-cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!